Well, hello and welcome to another series of interview today here in the BBC. Today we have three great artists. One is a singer, another is an actress, and another is everything you can imagine. I hope you really enjoy, guys. Let's go for it. Well, welcome to another interview here in the BBC. Today we have a great guest, a great actress and model. She got international acclaim for her performance, and she has received positive reviews for his great work. Daughter of a French father and an English mother, and grew up in France. She's the age of 25 and is currently recognized in the world for her role as Maeve in the popular series Sex Education. Please welcome Mckee. Tell me about your parents, please. What do they do? Are they also in this acting world, or do they practice another art?
Um, Hello. No, they have nothing to do with this. I am the only one in the family who is involved in this. My father is
Okay.
going to the principal of high school, and my mother is volunteer in a charity which is quite cool. My adolescent was a bit complicated because I was a student in high school. My father gave me late.
Okay, okay. And I heard you have brothers.
Of course, two other male brothers. The first is Benjamin and Samuel. I miss them so much. And it has about one year that I don't see them.
Well, of course, you're going to miss them. They are your brothers. And well, you're 25 years old. You must have finished your degree long ago, right? Did you study in France?
Um, no, I studied tractor in England at the University of Lens. When I was a student, I directed money and student production. It's incredible and moving to remember why I graduated about 8 years ago.
Okay, I would like to empathize that part of the model because it's almost 4 years ago, right? That you model for a summer collection, right?
That's right, Florida, storage.
Amazing. Tell me how it was. Were you nervous?
Of course, I was nervous, super nervous. I would say they were a new thing for me.
Of course, of course.
At first, it cost me a lot to my position, and everything related to that. But after a few hours, it became easy for me.
Well, since 216, you had your debut before the cameras, right?
Yes, in Madeline.
Well, making some nostalgia, did you ever think that you will act in a series as popular as Sex Education?
Um, the truth is that it was something very strange. I have to say
Mhm.
that it was something that I didn't expect, especially a jump to pain like fun. Sometimes it's very difficult to handle it, but the truth is like it. And above all, I love to ask of the stories and also had some genres in some sexual matters.
Well, I also saw you have recently at Summer Fever, right? Tell us a little about the movie.
Um, yes, the movie is about a climber who wants to escape the most dangerous trail. of most times in the world. I can't give a spoiler. Sorry.
Well, I understand. I understand. Well, going back to sex education, it's a Netflix series that breaks all the stereotypes and doesn't mind words when it comes to talking about teenage sex. But despite how incredible the series is, there is a small question that remain among the fans, and it's about the relationship between Otis and Maeve. The fans have noticed that Otis and Maeve have an attraction for each other, and thought through the series, they think they might be boyfriend and girlfriend, but nothing of that happened, which has caused some annoyance in the fans. Tell me, do you think the fans are completely satisfied with the outcome of the second season?
Although the second season of the sex education left you satisfied with how the story of the protagonist followed and touched on various topics that concern society in general. Mm, there, there were also frustrating moments that were not exactly to the leaking of the fans, especially
Mhm.
speaking of the end, in which they hoped Otis and Maeve would finally to be together after everything they've been through.
Well, so, what do you think will happen to these characters in the future? Could you tell us a little bit?
Um, the boys were living in a strange place, and have been through a team together and have that special skin even though they don't fully use to them. There is something really special there. Who
Mhm.
now they call from a solid friendship again. And this they treat the all not true mind. You never know. It's a very confusing time and be that choice, isn't it? Um,
Yes, yes.
so much confusion. You don't know if it's being in love with you, being crazy about some.
Well, I understand that I was a teenager too, and you never know. And well, since we're talking about ASAP, I was reading and I found a rumor about the two of you that the romance went from the small screen from to the reality, because they have been seeing you very close to each other. And what can you tell us about that?
Oh, it's not like that. We are actually very good friends. We have shared many happy moments behind the scenes. Sometimes we usually make jokes. We are great friends from work and life.
Well, it's great to know that you are very close friends, and I hope the people respect that. Well, do you remember how you feel a year ago, just before the launch of the first season of Sex Education?
Um, well, um, I was very excited and happy. It was all crazy. Even today,
Or
things throughout the call about it. It, it all happened so fast, but I have very good memories of how the person went. I had no idea what was going to happen, but I was very excited to see the final result. And I don't know if I shouldn't say this, but I was not. concerned about what the people thought of the project. It's not my job to worry about it,
Of course.
what people are going to say or not say. I did my job. We had too much fun, and we did some time wonderful together. It's very good that it has had these futures, but it's not my responsibility to think about it, how it would be received by the public. Today I am enjoyed again, but it's a different illusion. I feel a bit more confident now that I begin to know how the express work. I am trying to project myself a little more, and now like that I know more about this business.
Okay. How many representatives do you have?
Uh, well, I am keeping the one I had before, and we added two assistants. One of them is in my first agent since I didn't have anyone to take care of the area. I don't want to have other agents that complicate scene and process. And a lot I find with the team I have maybe in the future. I don't know.
Maybe to get under the US market?
I know. But I don't think I need America agent right now. I know I could have a kid, but frankly, I'm trying to avoid that popular right now. This year, I have been looking not too needed. I found work that was for me of exceptional quality. I was very little,
Mhm.
so I have no need to hire an American girl right now.
Well, I understand that, and I think it's very cool not to get the pressure of getting an American assistant or something. So, well, right now I understand that you miss friends, right?
Um, since I started high school, I came with my family just for Christmas, but now I come more as I'm really shooting Eiffel. I have now left Paris. I'm making a romantic movie with the Eiffel Tower in the background. It's impossible now to fall in love with Paris. So here I am in love with Paris. In fact, I try to meet friends again to have a little and that disco.
Well, I ago before the pandemic, and I can say yes, you cannot fall in love with Paris. It is a beautiful place. Well, now let's go back to your origins. Have you always wanted to be an actress?
In the recent past, yes, after graduation for art school, uh, I made the decision to move to London. I told my mother that I had a project in my mind that I want to audition to enter the conservatory. I wanted to do their art and be an actress. That was my end of the degree project at the university. He had to find something as well, and I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I I found a teacher, a coach, who did did me how meet fusion in this profession, and then I met some people who gave me the confidence to audition for the small part in the place or university in Lens. I started in the writing place when I was 17 years old. I feel it inside of me. When I was a little, I used to dress up a lot. I was very clothing and limited my as I was always in my own delivery.
So it was always in your blood to be an actress. It's very good to know that. But tell me, what is the best accent you can imitate?
don't don't ask me to do them. I don't know. They are too many. I think the Northern English accent is that that practice with Amy is best. We love it a lot. Anyway, let's get back to work. To accent have always been a part of me of a professional. Also, my British family do a lot of the music. We are very involuntary and in that universe later. I meet several people who had faith in me and that told me that I could use this quality to buy whole professional career.
So you're telling me you lacked a little bit of self-esteem.
Um, yes, effectively, I did think she was cute to be an actress, or at least he thought it was very difficult at finding and deciding to guide the poor while they own I moved to London and I started my new adventure.
Well, I wish you the very best for real. It was a real pleasure to have you here on the BBC. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much and for inviting me.
All right. See you soon, Emma.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm trying to let the noise still like feel free, keep following me up. If you wanna be chic, chic, chic like me, I'm confident like me, but if they ain't, then you wanna say, Pepsi for the love of it.
Well, now it's time to go all the way to Asia to receive a great singer. That's right. She's great on South Korea, and South Korea is his nationality. She was born in March 9 of 1989 in Jeonju. She's the leader of the world recognized girl group known as Girl Generation. And apart from being part of their little groups, TTS and OGG, she's actress, driver, model, dancer, and everything you can imagine. I have the pleasure of having with me the only one, Taeyong.
Thank you very much. I am glad to be here.
And I'm so glad to have the honor of having you here, despite being of distance. You have given an interview in a long time. Your friends miss you. What you be doing lately?
Well, for different reasons, I've been a little away from the media, but I was working on the music and on the new project.
Well, maybe it's a painful thing to talk like this, but for reasons you mean your father's death, right? I know it's sensitive. It's a sensitive subject for you, and I think we all like to know about this situation. How did you feel?
Yes, it's already very recent, and the news was handled as simple as possible. We hardly gave the taste of the scene for my family and for me. If it was such a hard and some developed that we didn't know how to deal with the fans.
Yeah. Now that I remember, I know your father didn't really agree that you had this goal of entering the world of music, didn't he?
That's right. It was until the director gave me an opportunity as he saw many people of my voice.
Okay, then your father passed away on your birthday. How hard was that for you, and what kind of relationship do you have with him?
I can explain, but the one who's called me in the early morning of my birthday and tell me my father passed away left me in shock and totally destroyed.
Of course.
Has caused me a lot to handle his departure, but I think little by little have been coming of depression.
Well, if you believe me, I can imagine the pain of what it's like to go through something like that. But tell me, how do you feel right now? And most of all, how did you get over it? And all your fans are very concerned about your mental health.
I've finally been in depression and I just getting back up, but I know have to stay strong for a lot of things, for my family, for my work, for my fans, for the music. I've even working on more songs and that's helped me a lot.
Well, I'm so sorry, really. And if we seen you recently recover, you joined as a driver to the Amazing Saturday. Tell me why this new facet?
Well, only once I had participated as frequent driving in the program, as that was several years ago. But I really
Mhm.
wanted to try again in that area. And Amazing Saturday is a great program, and it give me a lot of satisfaction, and it skilled me to know that my fans are happy to see me doing this.
It's clear that receiving support from your fans helps you a lot and motivates you to move forward and work even harder on the show. Now, tell me how the other drivers in the program have received you.
All right, I was really nervous at first, but very quickly we were able to make friends, and I think it's because we always go together for a dinner and takes two we got to know each other a lot more.
We'll also have to talk about your new album that's called What Do I Call You? Can you tell me a little bit about the album?
Yes, the album had long been planned and I'm very happy with the final result. I was producer and also the author of all the songs. I focus on the album showing a little of my way of being and my feelings. Streaming so hard was work it because my fans are liking.
In the good hour. I think what artists like a long time is to express more about themselves. Now you're a leader of girls' generation, and now the all of you are on a break. Are your relationships still strong as always, and are you frequently seeing each other?
Absolutely. We agree with the rest to work on individual projects and we always have the support of each of us. They have always been present in each of my
Mhm.
work and obviously we keep in touch and seeing each other.
Well, it's a good thing that you're still together because people doesn't see you together and they think they hate each other or they're in a fight or something.
Absolutely not. Sometimes these things we prefer not make it public.
Well, now there's something I like to know. What's your day-to-day life like in Korea?
Oh my God. Well, the pace of likes is very demanding and when I find myself working, I always find in the office of my company and try to spend quality time with the members. And my spare time, I like to sleep and cook.
When then you could say that you have a pretty quiet piece of life, and it's good that you're not stressing out.
Yes, I think Bex knows to think so much about negative things.
And tell me, did it cause you to stay home because of the pandemic?
Well, just a little bit because I like to spend time at home resting, but if it's hard not to be able to give concert and autograph signatures prevent me from being around my fans, and that's so sad.
Well, it's hard for everyone to deal with this, but more for your fans that they love you and they want to see you. They want to see you singing.
Yes, I really miss all that. It may seem like not, but are they missing our friends?
Well, obviously, you are the fans are all that you have. But now, do you have an artist who thinks that it's inspirational for you?
Of course, I ad- I admire Helser very much. He's a very real artist who is not afraid to express his feeling or his way of thinking. He's a very talented, and I am fan of his music.
Well, I have to say I'm his fan too. But now, can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Well, my family is made it of my mother and my older brother. His name Kim Yoo-won, and my younger sister is Kim Hye-yoon, who is actually an apprentice to STM Entertainment. If I if I had to watch them through video call thanks to this pandemic.
Well, my best wishes to Kim Ha-young in SM Entertainment. But since you're mentioning the pandemic, can you tell us a little bit about how do you feel about this coronavirus situation?
Uh, well, this pandemic is not improving and it's a very serious matter. There are so many sick people. Doesn't doesn't this affect our daily life? I think we're starting to fall
Yes.
apart. So I really hope everyone practice social stay manners. I've also been spending time at home watching dramas and movies, making bracelets, and playing with my dog Zero. Honestly, aren't we all the same? We practice social statements and we get bored at home. We can feel lethargic and we miss being with the people in a world is already alone with the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
We now have to distance ourselves socially.
Well, if it's something that we all lie in our places without being able to do anything, but being at home doing our homework and as public images and our tasks as individuals, you're very right about the social distance because people doesn't respect that, and if you do not respect all the precautions and the social distance, this pandemic is never going to be over. But well, Taeyeon, it was a real pleasure to have you here, and because you didn't give an interview for a long time ago, and it was very special to know about your daily life. I hope to have you here very soon.
And thank you. It's been a real pleasure to be here. And the best wishes, and I'll care a lot.
Best wishes to you too. Thank you very much, Taeyeon. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Secadora, tenazas, dañan mucho el cabello, ¿verdad? Yo necesito más que un acondicionador. Mucho más.
Nuevo acondicionador diario 3-Minute Miracle de Pantene. Penetra en tu cabello para reparar hasta 3 meses de daño en solo 3 minutos.
Tu cabello más suave y brillante, de adentro hacia afuera. Cámbiate a Pantene.
Y notarás la diferencia.
Pantene es mucho más que un acondicionador.
At least we are joined by an artist who has international success. He's an English singer, musician, fashion designer, and DJ who rose the fame with his group Culture Club in the 80s. With you, Boy George. Hello and welcome, Boy. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is George Alan Odov. At the age of 14, I announced myself as both singer. My parents are of Irish origins. I was born in the UK, which was 16. I had my cover which was meant to a lot trouble at school, so decided to come out.
Yes, tell us how you came up with that change of look.
One day I was with a friend from school at her house, and it could occur to
Mm-hmm.
to do it. Bruce was already being picked because of my sexual preference, so I did it drank more attention to myself and to show this that I wasn't ashamed of what I am.
I think it's very good. Nobody has to be ashamed of who is really himself. Now, what did your parents think about all this, about your new look and your sexual preference?
My parents were always supportive. At first, it was a light hard for them understand, but they always supported me unconditionally. They were upset that trouble at school the same sucks that I was starting to wear a music.
I think it's very good. And how old did you meet the members of what will become the band Culture Club?
When I turned 20, with some mates, we formed the culture group.
That was in the 1981, right?
Yes, in the next
Mm-hmm.
years, we raised the sign, "Do you really want to hold me?" Which was international in hit in the UK and used
In the US, right? And just that year, you sold over 56 million records. But despite your overnight rise to fame, there were bad things, and by that I mean your drug addiction.
it was a long process which was made public by a media.
Then you became involved in the death of musician Michael Rudensky. That's why I understand, who was in the band Culture Club, which you fronted.
That was the strand that broke the community back. There had already been reports that he was using drugs, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing was confirmed with any certain after after the after the of nature Rudetsky would their own overdose of heroin and was found there in the house.
As far as I understand, you were not at home on the day of Michael's death, right? You were in the UK capital.
It was changed there that they searched my house and found drugs, and I had to pay fine for possession of drugs. That years I had my contract with a company in Japan, which they canceled it.
Who were
And
your
this is
biggest supporters in getting you off drugs?
my brother Kevin support was something that gave me strength to keep going. My mother's support was the best. Despite everything, she was always there.
Of course, mothers are always there despite your mistakes. You were in rehab from what I understand, right? I understand that you spent 4 months in jail for cheating on a Norwegian model who escaped and went to the police to sue you for having him released for a few days. I suppose that this was also because of the drugs, right?
They sentenced on me to 16 months months in prison at risk and only served as a 4 because the other 11 months he did a social the work which he did in mid-year.
Well, were you in therapy or rehab to get off drugs?
I was in rehab for a long time and it wasn't easy. I was in drug prevention, the
Well,
company.
yes, it can be frustrating, and sometimes the paparazzi makes you the life impossible because they want to make fake news of you and things like that. But well, thank you very much, boy, for being here with me to talk about a little bit about your life. I hope everything is going to be good for you, and well, thank you very much for being here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well, see you soon, boy. Bye bye.
Whereby.
¿Piel extra seca? No dejes que tu piel te saque las ganas de sentirte bien. Empezá tu día con la nueva emulsión corporal Nivea Derma Care, la única que potencia la vitamina A con glicerina y pantenol. Una combinación superior que nutre la piel extra seca y la regenera profundamente desde la primera aplicación. Nueva Nivea Derma Care, tu vitamina A un precio pensado para vos.
Well, guys, this is the end. I hope really much that you enjoy all the interviews. See you next time.